Your weekly dose of positive and uplifting news starts right now. I am Pule Mulebati, back again this week to deliver untold stories of our unsung heroes. Welcome to the show. Ramphadi is ranked #1 in men's wheelchair tennis in the African continent, and he's also number 10 globally. He achieved all of this with a rare congenital disorder, otherwise known as brittle bones. We caught up with Ronald just before he left for the US to go play in Atlanta, Georgia. This is his story.
On the 31st of January this year, the #1 ranked men's wheelchair tennis player on the African continent, Donald Ramphadi, touched down in Johannesburg as the freshly minted world number 10. This after a successful month-long tour in Australia. A spate of incredible results led him into the semi-finals in each tournament, which saw him rise 8 spots to number 10. However, the path to success for the 28-year-old has not been easy. The wheelchair tennis star's journey begins in Mogapeng, a village in Sanin, Limpopo, where it seems close to impossible to become somebody.
This is where everything started. And yeah, I mean, my childhood was just like everyone else. So yeah, I'm everyone. I was naughty or whatever, just like any kid. CS Colin, even though it's far, like everything here, it's far. So basically you will come maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes to school. I mean, if you are gula or you get when it's an emergency thing, like in Kinga, because it clinic here it's even worse than East Colo, so you can walk 30 minutes to 40 minutes in Denjalo. So everything it's quite far.
Donald was born without any disability. His greatest joys as a youngster growing up were the days where he'd rush out of school to spend the whole afternoon playing on the streets with his friends. His most favorite after-school game was soccer, and turning professional in his community was the absolute pinnacle of success, and that was the dream he harnessed for most of his life.
I used to love soccer very much. I mean, the first thing that I do is to get home and then teach a soccer field and all that. And at the time, I was very good in soccer because I was even playing with abantu badala, so I used to enjoy those moments, even though I was playing without soccer balls or whatever. But it was fun. It was fun, and I enjoyed very much. So I wanted to become like them. I wanted to see myself playing in PSL or even further outside the country.
So can you tell us about the time where everything now that characterized Donald turned for the worse?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I don't want to lie. Sometimes like it's one of the downfall. The worst downfall in my life, because me seeing myself playing in PSL, you understand, and intentionally it was just crushed in a moment.
What happened?
I just felt like a pain in your so I stopped. Actually, cousin, this is what's happening. So my cousin, being my cousin, was like, maybe to just kill. So he was like, you know what? I can help you. Let's go ski. There's no way you're going home. You're writing exam. This is important. So we walked to school. Even though it was difficult, he was holding me. Must figure school. And then I wrote my exam. And then after school, he also came, did the same thing. Then I came back home. But I couldn't go and write the next day because it was worse. Over the night, this is serious.
Donald was only 12 when this happened. It was months later that the pain morphed into something more. It morphed into immobility, and all that within a space of 5 years.
The bang paper take me to the hospital in Dejal, and you understand, you want to cool. I mean, 12 years, 13 years, we am paper visa, and it's a distance, as I said.
And it was your mother who was doing that?
Yeah, it was my mother, and cool. And remember, I said, special as clinic, school, everything. So she was doing that. Good toilet treatment until special was here. You know, let's give this guy a wheelchair so that it can be easier. Good thing. Was a good treatment. I'm a physio nan.
At the age of 17, he finally recovered.
I remember one step, and then I fell down. Then she went to the forest and get something, sort of a cane or something, and then she was like, every day you're gonna try to work with this. And then yeah, I did that, and then never better. And then while because before, during 5 years, because we social work, I was involved. Then akuluma go to school as I'm disabled, so it's better if you can go there and study with the disabled people. And then I went there and I studied in job.
He says Sanin did not have a high school for people living with disabilities at the time, so he moved to Shoshanguve in Gauteng, where he studied at Philadelphia School. It is where he realized his love for tennis. However, a dark cloud still shadowed him.
Yeah, I stayed there. I wrote the exam on Monday, and then also on Wednesday. Immediately after that, that's when I came back. And unfortunately, when I was on my way, Kanti, my mom, she passed on the past night. So, sorry. Oh my God. Obviously, I was hurt because, the situation, it was very bad. And especially because I didn't have a father. So I knew good things were going to get tougher. My God.
This left him heading his home, a person living with a disability, taking care of his 2 younger sisters.
It was extremely bad. It was bad. Because Aranam Rodarasana Fatafigo. So maybe we so from there we senior level. Support system.
Rosina is the older sister. She's 25, unemployed, and still stays here.
How did you feel watching your brother now become the man of the house, taking care of you?
Somehow I get proud. Or at least
Which is somehow, why are you saying somehow?
In this job obviously. So
but I was lucky enough because it's in his Bengaluru, so there was this guy from Netherlands who was paying for my school fees because he saw that I have a talent, me and this other girl. So yeah, my school fees were paid by him. But yeah, some of the things I had to do by myself because being totally granted, at least, you understand. So that's something that I was depending on at the time.
Ronald Ramphadi's love for tennis peaked when he was at Philadelphia High School.
wheelchair tennis, it was based in Gauteng. Like a lot of things were in Gauteng. So I began to design and everything. A lot of players were in Gauteng, and I got to interact with them, you understand each other. So that's when like tennis, and then that's when actually this thing can take me far, you know, by seeing other players making it, appearing on TV. Obviously, it was a dream.
And so he pushed himself. His diligence inspired even those who were watching to assist.
Donald is very talented. Why do I say that? It's because you see that he was one of those people that was quick to grasp or to learn the sport. And also you see that he had, when you would compete with his peers, you'd actually see that you'd actually excel.
Tariro Rare was the tennis patron at the school.
Sometimes during maybe in the afternoon when he's not busy with anything, you'd actually find him on the tennis court, just, you know, practicing his strokes and movement. So you could see there was talent plus passion and hard work. I actually ended up growing very close to them as I was working with them, and there was another boy who used to play with Tabang. They were actually the kids that actually also started looking up to me, because I'd also encourage them and just kept on cheering them, to just pushing them so that they achieve their goals, and just telling them that I believed in them. So from there, you know, you could actually see a child developing, and a child gaining confidence, not just on court, but overall as well.
After finishing matric at 21 years old, Donald had dreams to pursue education, but he didn't have the money. Out of frustration, he made hasty decisions. These include having a child. He then did piece jobs and would use the money he earned on his child and rent. His siblings back home continued to live on grant, but would call him when they needed help.
I think I was going to whereby I was going to get depressed in Njalo, and I was also doing wrong things, because the little money that I was getting sometimes when you proves just how you understand. I did those things, and I'm not even ashamed to say them. You understand? So while I was at that point, I knew practice, but then I was not that committed at the time, because I hope we look here. And then I remember when I was waking up in the morning, not knowing what to do or whatever. We have you eat, you whatever, you understand? It was like that, and it was very depressing.
But one day, at the age of 25, Ramphadi received a call from Wheelchair Tennis SA, a call that would change his life.
2018, that's when I got a call from Karen Lodge saying that they're classifying people from London. They want to see me. There was a point whereby I went to London to get classified, but then I couldn't be classified because they said I was a bit strong to be in a quad division. So okay, I came back home, continued playing in men category, and then 2018, that's when I got a call that they want to see me, they want to classify me again because the system has changed.
This was the beginning of his reign. He started practicing and preparing for tournaments where he managed to get in the finals.
My first tournament being in quad, it was the Italian tournament. It's in Sardinia. It's in Sardinia in Italy. So it was my first tournament. I played very, very good. Because me being there as a quad for the first time, people were not expecting me to reach the finals or whatever. So my first tournament, I got to the finals. Then at the finals, I played Andy Leppin, the guy that I just played against at Australian Open. So yeah, I lost on a third set. But I was not angry at myself because me playing the first tournament and getting to the finals already for me it was an achievement.
In 2019, he placed third in Israel. That was the first win for the South African quad division. Then Thailand, where he won all tournaments.
So I went to Thailand. I was supposed to play 3 tournaments there. So I won everything. I won all three tournaments.
In October 2021, he was ranked #1 in South Africa and the African continent.
I went to France and Italy again, but then this time around I started in France and then went to Italy. So I played those tournaments, and then after, when I came back weeks later, then that's when I checked my rankings, and then I was South Africa's #1. And most of the time, I mean, when you're South Africa's #1, I mean, there's more chances that you can be Africa's #1, because not a lot of countries and Africa, like, they have like wheelchair tennis and all that. So yeah, I found out last year, October.
#1 in South Africa,
#1 in Africa.
In the continent.
Yeah.
Yes.
HBC is an elite sporting environment nestled at the University of Pretoria. This place is the training ground for high-performing athletes, both nationally and internationally. It is also where the current reigning wheelchair tennis champion, Donald Ramphadi, trains.
I mean, Tuks, it's one of the greatest sport facilities in Africa. So I mean, me being here, me training here, it's big. It's not everyone can be here. So
What does it mean?
It means a lot, and you know, it shows that. I mean, Abu Akani, Nabu, Kasta, KG, they training here. I mean, me sharing the gym with them, being in the same thing with them, it shows, and it always reminds me that I'm actually somewhere there with them. So yeah, it's a good feel.
Donna, as affectionately known in the tennis circles, was in the top 30 when he was selected by the program.
I was training in UJ. The situation, well, it was not too bad, but as I said, like, basi like that, then yeah, we practice at AUJ. But then if we need a physiotherapist, most of it's a massage or whatever, so we have to go somewhere and we have to pay for them. So now the things here are a bit easier because we get almost everything in here. So yeah.
Donald, did you ever think that this would be you, that this would be your life?
Because, you know, me seeing myself as a professional soccer player, and then using those pants and then all that, and then now, because I was not disabled before, so getting sick and everything could change everything about me. So me seeing myself now playing wheelchair tennis, being professional at it, so it's just an amazing feeling, and I'm just thankful. Obviously with the team that I'm working with, like, I mean, I appreciate them. I don't think I would be wherever I am right now. I mean, them being with me, it really means a lot. And to be honest, me growing up, me starting the tennis, I never had support. So them coming through, making me feel like I can do this, and we're not here alone in Tunjalo. So it really means a lot. It really means a lot. I mean, without them, I don't really think I'll be where I am right now.
We met here by the Tex tennis courts, whereby one of my friends here was coaching KG. So what happened is that Donald was looking for a coach. So Sia said to Donald, you know what, the right person to do this for you, it's me. So we met, and then he liked me from the word go, which was nice to see, you know, from a player. And we've been working well, and you know what, we got a long way to go. But at the moment there's results coming in, but like I said, we got a long way to go. It's just the beginning, and then we're just gonna run with it.
Duncan Christian and Sianka Chela are Donald's coaches. Together, they have helped Donald push through the struggles.
I still have issues with funding, because at the moment we're planning to like have like to play all the Grand Slams, and the Grand Slams have like tournaments around them. So I need to play all those tournaments just to get myself in the top 5, or even number 1. So we still have a problem with funding, and like looking at it, it's around $1 million, like for me to travel a year, so to do all those tournaments. I mean, so yeah, we really need some help with that.
There's a lot to tell about him, what's happening at the moment. So what we are trying to do is that we are trying to make sure that he achieves his goals as a player and as a person, because I think he's got a story to tell from his background and then moving forward. So that's what we are trying to achieve with him, so that we can inspire other kids as well, coming from the same background.
And me coming from that kind of a place, and me getting to where I am right now, it shows that everyone, doesn't matter where you're from. I mean, you can still make it if you see it. Just go for it.
Never allowing circumstances to define him, the world number 10 and Africa's number 1 player now has his eyes set on breaching the top 7, a target both his coaches believe is well in reach.
With his work, the way he's working on the tennis court, whatever we're doing on the tennis court, he's doing great. And what we're doing, we just keep on improving on everything that we're doing. With the Australian, we just have to keep on working harder so that we can get to his goals in life, and then try to inspire other kids.
If you know you have a talent, I mean, why not use it? I mean, I understand. Some people, they're saying that just because I'm like this, there's nothing. But then I just want to say I was also at the same position. But then, me, they showed me you can do it. Like, doesn't matter disabled or not. Like, being disabled doesn't disable your dream, so you can still make it.
As the tennis star prepared for the US Open, which starts this week, his family showered him with love.
ke phela ke gore ke tole ka go mo encourage gape gore a be le makgolofolo a go pheta mo a jwele pele, ene le yena ke a mmona gore ke ntho e le gore wa e nyaka mo bophelong bjago, wa e lakatsa.
And on that cheerful note, we also rally behind Ronald for the tournament that's currently underway. Bring it home, South Africa is 100% behind you. From myself, Pule Mulebati, and the rest of the team.